All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to 612 East Worthey for EA Boys Basketball. It has been a while, folks. January 9th was our last EA Boys Basketball home game and the last EA TV broadcast in boys basketball. So we are very happy to have you with us tonight. Got a big crowd. We've got a whole bunch of people in the parking lot, and we've got a whole bunch of special guests tonight as we're celebrating the 60th anniversary reunion of EA basketball. And what you're watching is the final seconds of the JV game. We'd like to thank you for joining us. We will have about a 10 to 15 minute period here before tip off of the varsity game. I'm doing the lineups tonight in the gym, so we'll be turning to the sound in the gym for that. But we do thank you for joining us, and we have our game day sponsor today is Pelican State Credit Union, and we're very happy to have them as our game day sponsor tonight. You can see their logo there next to EA TV on the bottom of your screen, and they're going to be sponsoring a halftime free throw contest between faculty representing the two schools. So that should be very interesting at halftime here. You can see our score in the JV game, 34-31, a hard-fought JV game between these two teams. All right, so I'll be quiet for a little bit as I get a few other things together, and we'll be back shortly here with commentary for the lineups, warm-ups, the lineups, and the tip. All right, so what you heard there is Miss Lauren Avery Stevens there, our principal, and she was just welcoming our former players to the floor tonight. They have been having a reception in the back gyms. It's about 5 o'clock. I was able to record quite a few of their stories. They just shared out whatever was on their heart to share, and we're going to have that video ready in a couple of weeks, hopefully. So that's very cool. Very cool to hear some of those stories and those guys, and some of those guys in their 50s, 60s, and they, it's like they were 16 again, seeing each other, being together, and just the joy and the love in that room was, it was really, really, really great to witness. So they've been in the back gym, just getting together and reuniting, and there's a great setup back there, jambalaya by Mr. Randall Aldridge and Coach Van Lambert. So certainly appreciate that. And Ms. Jamie Andrews, of course, coordinated all that, and it looked spectacular, as you know, if you know Ms. Andrews. So we're very happy to put that on tonight. We're going to be doing that again for other sports throughout the year as we celebrate 60 years of EA this year, of course. So we do thank you for coming out tonight and being with us. And we're going to go over where the two teams stand and all that very shortly. So we'll be back in just a minute as you watch the Hurricanes warm up, and the Spartans will be out on the floor very soon. So we'll be back in just a minute. You can now see the Spartans have arrived on the court for warm-ups. We have our game day sponsor, Pelican Credit Union, have their logo there on the court there by the magic of technology. And the clock has started, so we have 8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining before lineups, anthem, and the tip. So we do thank you for joining us. The Spartans come into tonight's contest winners of 3 of their last 5. They lost to the school across the airline in the Gold Dome and lost to Denham Springs last Friday night, and have wins in their last 3 wins are against East Iberville, Lutcher, and Live Oak. Prairieville comes into tonight's game with a record of 1-22 due to the unfortunate amount of forfeits that they were levied by the LHSAA over a paperwork issue. So Prairieville has, I think on the court, has won maybe 6 or 7 games. I'm not completely sure about that, but they have, they do have a record now of 1-22. All right, so the Spartans come into this at 15-8. Need a big win tonight. Need another one Tuesday night at home versus the Gators. So that'll be a big game right there, and we're going to have students bring you that game live Tuesday night. We have, I think we have Joe Gotro and Javon Williams on the call Tuesday night, so that should be a lot of fun. It's always fun to hand it over to the students and let them have some fun with it. So that should be a good game, should be a packed house, should be a lot of energy in the house for that one, as always, as we face the Gators. And then we'll go on to face, we have Dutchtown coming up as well. That'll be on Mardi Gras night. That'll be senior night. So we do play Prairieville tonight, Santa Maria Tuesday, and then Dutchtown the next Tuesday as far as home games against parish rivals. So that's what's coming up, and you know, a win in those games would put EA in a really good spot for a home playoff game. That Tuesday night game against Santa Maria looms pretty large, as games do go. So we look forward to seeing how that comes out Tuesday. But before that, we've got this one tonight, as the Hurricanes and the Spartans get ready to tangle here in just a few minutes. We're going to be back in about 3 or 4 minutes here as we get ready for introductions, the anthem, and the tip-off. All right, folks, I hope you could hear that at least a little bit there. I had to put on my announcer hat there, so I had to turn off the sound on the to everything up here because I didn't want it to feed back into the gym there. So apologize if that wasn't at a sound level that you really wanted there, but it was the best I could do in the situation there. So we are ready for the tip. EA on the court. Your starting lineup there is the good old-fashioned starting lineup we have seen all season from EA. Let's get it up there. There they are. Dwayne Mitchell, Curtis Joseph, Landis, Chris, Gavin Rand, Roshan Munson, juniors all. And we are ready for a tip here at 612 East Worthey. Spartans win the tip, and let's play basketball. Mitchell brings it around to Rand. Rand at the top of the key, gets a little screen from Joseph, gets it over into the corner for Chris. No good from 3. Munson tangled up there trying to get an offensive board. Couldn't come down with it. It'll be Prairieville basketball. Armstrong gets it to Matthews. Matthews to Warner. Prairieville, as with most of their teams, young, 3 sophomores, a junior and a senior. EA does not have a senior in the starting lineup. All right, and they're going to call a foul there on EA. I'm sorry, foul on, yeah, nope, yeah, what do we got here? Okay, yeah, you got to get out of, okay, foul on EA, Prairieville takes it out. I was about to say, somebody's got to get out of bounds to take the ball out. I don't know a ton of basketball, but I do know that much. It's Armstrong, gets it to Matthews. Matthews backs out. I'm sorry, Armstrong backs out. He's going to drive, then kick it back out. Gets it to Warner. Now it's Matthews. Back to Warner. Over to Armstrong. Armstrong gets it to Matthews, and that is not going well there. Out of bounds to Prairieville. Curtis Joseph didn't let him do anything with that. Of course, Coach Maitons and the Hurricanes in only their 2nd season, so they're still developing. And you can see the JV game is very competitive. So, you know, just like in football, Prairieville will improve year in and year out there as they build depth. All right, no go for Prairieville on that possession. It's back to the Spartans. It's Munson. He's going to get it into Joseph. Gets out to Rand, who's wide open in the corner. He nails the 3. Gavin Rand, one of our 5 junior starters. You can't leave him that open, guys. There we go. Joseph gets it in off the glass, and it's 5-0 EA here, 2 minutes into the first quarter. Prairieville brings it up. It's Armstrong. He started. They're going to call a foul here away from the ball. Looks like it's on Munson or Chris. No, they're calling it on Munson, I believe. Prairieville will, that's Joseph. Foul's on Joseph. Okay. Away from the ball there. All right, Prairieville gets out of the corner up to the top of the key. It's Armstrong with it. He gets it over to Matthews, to Walker. Got a whistle there, and that's a travel. Yeah, didn't look too clean there. You can see we got a nice crowd tonight. Quite a few Hurricanes here in the crowds. Well, we always like to see that in our parish rivals come to Gonzales. We always like to see them bring a good crowd. There's no excuse right down the road. Might just come right on down 44. All right, Mitchell to Munson. Munson muscles it in for the layup there, 7-0. Spartans up early. Here comes a little full court press here from EA. Not advancing that ball very much. They're going to get that ball. There it is. I'll say they're going to get further up the court than that. All right, we got a quick whistle there. Okay, it looks like we got a crew tonight that's going to be pretty quick on the whistle there. It's going to be number 15, sophomore Quincy Walker at the charity stripe for the Hurricanes. 7-1 Spartans lead here as we near the halfway point of the first quarter. Again, I mentioned earlier our game day sponsor today is Pelican State Credit Union. And we certainly appreciate their support. You'll be seeing some of their commercials there during our breaks. It's Munson at the top of the key. He's going to try to muscle his way through. Bounces back out. Smart move. Gets it out to Mitchell. Mitchell passes it to Chris in the corner. No good. Prairieville rebound. All right, we got a foul. Offensive foul. EA ball. Mitchell will inbound it to Chris. Chris is going to bring it up. You'll see him in just a second. I promise you, he's there. Look at there. There he is in his pink shoes. Hard to miss him. Mitchell to Landon Irvin. Gavin Rand. Irvin, one of two seniors on the team. Ran with a floater, no good. Goes up for the rebound there and ends up flat on his back. Looks like he's okay. Yeah, he's already up and running. Irvin and Mitchell pressuring the ball there. Ran. And we got Chris in the corner guarding Braylon Williams, the lone senior for the Hurricanes. Pass is intercepted there. Turnover to EA. Dwayne Mitchell got a whistle, foul. Shooting foul. Coach Maton's not too happy about that. Little sign of exasperation there. We want to congratulate boys soccer tonight with a 4-0 win over Benton High School of Bossier Parish. Benton's an old district rival of mine, so I'm doubly happy tonight. It's always nice to see EA win and Benton lose. So that's great. Benton from north of Bossier City. The Benton Tigers, purple and gold. One of quite a few purple and gold Tiger teams in the state. Mitchell's second effort rims out. 8-1 EA. Prairieville with the rebound. EA putting in this backcourt pressure once again. It's Rand and Chris doubling the ball there. But they break out of it and get the layup. No good, though. Oh, and the putback no good. EA with a defensive rebound. Oh, they had an easy look there. Should have finished it off. They broke the pressure. Couldn't do anything with it. We got a shooting foul here. And it'll be LaShawn Munson going to the line for the Spartans. So with that win this afternoon at Spartan Stadium, boys soccer is going to take on the winner of the Southside game. And I can't remember who Southside's playing now. Doggone it. But it probably will be Southside. They're the number 8 seed. So that'll be a road game for the Spartans next week. We're going to see when that is, and we're going to see if we can go and cover that game. So we'll let you know more about that. We're going to look at next week's calendar, which is a full one, just a little bit. All right, rebound to EA. Rand pushes it, floats it, and gets it to drop and one. And one. Well, did they call a foul or call a timeout? I think they called a foul. There's a timeout. I think there's a foul. I think there was a foul, though. 11-1 EA leading here. We're going to take our first commercial break. We'll be right back.
Finalists, you may win that car, so you're like right on the edge, and it sounds like you could use it. Sounds like it would make a big difference in your life. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate your membership. Okay. One thing I wanted to tell you though, Terrence, before you leave is you are the winner.
Mike, quit playing with me, Mike.
No, you won the car.
I truly appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you so much. Appreciate your membership.
We are back from the timeout there. 2:27 remaining in the first quarter. 11-1. Spartans lead in the early going against the Prairieville Hurricanes. You can see Prairieville in navy, white numerals, and lime. They call it electric lime trim. And, of course, EA in their home whites with blue numerals with yellow trim, as always. Three-pointer, no good for Prairieville. EA with the defensive board and right back down the court, up the baseline, into the corner. Rand gets it to Mitchell, who gets it to Munson for three. Man, I can barely keep up with them here today. 14-1, EA running away with it early here. Let's see if they can keep that pace up. We've seen this a couple times where EA had a torrid pace in the first quarter and then had a very, very languid second quarter. And there's another quick, fast break bucket, 16-1. And Coach Maidens calls another timeout. I am hearing that Southside did win, so it will be EA at Southside, round 2, 8 versus 9. That should be an excellent matchup. And that will be in Lafayette, or I should say Youngsville. That'll be sometime early next week. We're going to see when that is. And I'm going to go ahead and pull our schedule up real quick here. We're going to look at this more later, but this is our schedule for next week, so we are packed, y'all. The only chance we have to do this would be Wednesday night, so which is Spartan night here, which is a very important night here at EA, where we welcome our 8th graders, which will be the class of 2030, to come get a taste of what life will be like in a few months for them at 612 East Worthey. So we have a packed week, and the only night we could do that game would be Wednesday night. So let's hope that's what we get. We'll see, and of course you can find out on social media as soon as the two coaches agree on a time there. Wiping up a little wet spot there. We had a problem with that during the Catholic game, our last home game as well. Didn't see any problems with that Tuesday night against Live Oak in the girls' game. We also have a final score from the Storm Center. That game was live on Rev, the Rev game of the week, and that was an 80-38 victory for the Lady Hurricanes, number 1 team in the Division I power rankings at this juncture. So a valiant showing from the Lady Spartans, but just not enough tonight, as expected, against the top team in the state in Division I girls basketball so far this season. Huge strides made by the Lady Canes there, as last year they lost here at home to EA, I think by about 15 or 20. So it's been a huge change there in 12 short months. All right, Prairieville will move that ball around the perimeter there. And that's a travel. 1:22 left in the first quarter. And we're going to have looks like a hockey shift change here. It's like you're watching Olympic hockey or something here. We're bringing in a whole new batch of Spartans here. And Coach Green has been very good about that all season, getting a lot of guys reps. Let's see, we got Landon Irvin out there. We've got number 20, Dylan Vaughn, out there, the sophomore. We've got Jonathan Stokes, number 14. We have Bryson Williams with the ball right now. Turnover right there with the white headband on. Bryson Williams, junior. Right back to Spartans' way. It'll be Williams that'll bring them down. 21, Anthony Scott, another junior. So we have a whole new crew out there, and Coach has been very adamant about getting them as much playing time as possible. You know, he's playing with one returning starter from last year, Dwayne Mitchell, and you know we've gone through some rough spots because of that. You know, and I think he's trying to build enough depth to where it's not a problem. Now, of course, when you have 5 junior starters, it's not something you're awfully worried about because you're going to bring them all back next year anyway. But he's building a lot of depth this year on this team. It's Landon Irvin from 3, one of the 2 seniors, no good. Offensive board for the Spartans, put back, no good, and it goes Prairieville's way. Final 20 seconds here of the first quarter. Prairieville just unable to get much going on offense at all. Nice look there. First field goal of the game for the Hurricanes here in the last seconds of the first quarter. That was nice, though. Nice ball movement there. Good job. All right, Irvin puts it up from the free throw line and nails it. What a shot. What a shot at the buzzer right there. Beautiful jumper right there. Hit nothing but the back of the net. And that'll be it for the first quarter. Your score, EA 18, Prairieville 3. We'll be back after these messages.
Finalists, you may win that car, so you're like right on the edge. And
hi, my name is Alana Davis, and having this grant has definitely been a blessing to me. I saw the application and just thought that this might be a great opportunity. I was completely flabbergasted. Are you sure you called the right person? I had a goal of home ownership, and I am so much closer to that goal. I've been working closely with Nakiba Johnson. She's been excellent. We've talked about my future goals, so I'm really looking forward to telling her about the things that I accomplished because of being a recipient of this grant. Become a member of Pelican. It will change your life.
All right, we're back at the beginning of the second quarter here. Let's take a quick look at this calendar real quick and get you a little bit here. Tomorrow, we're doing something a little different. This is not an EA event, but it is a Gonzales event. We're going to be covering the Crew of Ascension Mambo Parade, and we'll give you more information about that. We're going to be live streaming that parade. If you ever watch WWL or, there's several different news stations and websites in New Orleans who do live streams of the different Mardi Gras parades. And as somebody who used to love to go to New Orleans for those parades, and now a little different chapter of my life and not excited to go down to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, it's still fun to be able to watch those parades and see the energy and the floats, and it's just incredible. So I encourage you, if you're not somebody who's able to get down to New Orleans much for Mardi Gras, it's not the same. You're not going to catch anything, but I can tell you this, it is fun. They have a great view of it. So tomorrow we're going to do our best. We've never done this before, but we're going to do our best to give you a good view of the Crew of Ascension Mambo Parade as it makes its way from the Civic Center on to Cornerview, up to Burnside, and all the way to Highway 30. So we're gonna give you that parade at 2 o'clock tomorrow. There we go. There's that. So 2 o'clock tomorrow. We should go live right around then, and we hope to have a good view of the parade there. We're going to see all the bands, including the Pride of EA, and we're looking forward to doing that. Like I said, I've never broadcasted a parade before, so we might have a few little hiccups there as we get used to that, but hey, no way to get better at something if you don't get after it and start trying. So we hope to bring you some good parade coverage there tomorrow. The weather looks absolutely beautiful, sunny skies, maybe a little breeze out of the north, and temps in the low 60s. So that's about as good as it gets right there. Not warm enough to cause you any discomfort, but not cold enough to keep you inside. So come on out tomorrow. Get on that parade route, Cornerview, Burnside, and enjoy a good Mardi Gras parade, the only parade for Mardi Gras season in Gonzales. Had a chance to go to the Crew of Ascension Mambo Ball last Saturday evening, and it was a really spectacular evening. He did a great job. It was really wonderful to see a lot of Spartans. It's great to see that. That crew is absolutely full of Spartans, and and we're very happy to be able to join with them to provide you this coverage tomorrow. So come on out and enjoy the Mambo Parade tomorrow. It rolls at 2. Now, public service announcement, if you're going to be in Gonzales, they're going to shut down these roads starting around 11 o'clock, I do believe. It's 11 to noon, I believe. So, be very careful by that. You got plans somewhere along that parade route, you're going to have to adjust those. So they're going to close those streets down, getting ready for that parade. So if you have business in Gonzales tomorrow, try to get that done early and get on back home and watch the parade. All right, 1 minute into the second quarter here, 19-3. Prairieville just has not been able to muster much on offense. EA's played a bunch of stout defense this year as it is, but Prairieville's just not a great shooting team and not a great ball handling team. They're another travel right there. So you can see, I mean, it's been a struggle for them as they continue to develop their roster. And EA matches up really well here as a strong defensive team and a team that's been able to handle the ball pretty well. In the corner, just no good there. Bryson Williams gets the deflection there off of Scott, and he knocks it in. 21-3, Spartans lead. We have all kind of stuff to talk about here. Is this is just probably the busiest time of the year in the sports world in high school. So we're going to talk to you more about that as we progress through the game as well, and keep you up to date with everything going on next week here at EA. .40 remaining here in the second quarter. EA once again with possession. Irvin passes it to Williams, who has the easy layup right there, and it's 23-3. Of course, I mentioned pregame that Prairieville had an issue with some paperwork with the LHSAA, and they did have to forfeit some games. So their record, sounds terrible. It's not as bad as it sounds. They have won some games here, but 1-22. So the first official win they had all year was Tuesday night against Walker. So that's always frustrating. Those guys work hard, and it's always frustrating when those wins are taken away there. But the rules are the rules, and sometimes these things happen. It's an awful lot of paperwork to go through there, and sometimes mistakes do happen. And, nobody wants that to happen, and it shouldn't affect the way these guys feel about what they've done this year, that's for sure. And I hope it doesn't. 23-3, EA in firm control here in the early going. Another block there. Prairieville's just unable to create shots here. Ran on the fast break layup, and he's got it. Great body control there. Let the guy fly by you and then just drop it in there. Dwayne Mitchell has a decided height advantage over number one there. Sorry, I don't have Prairieville's full roster on me here, so I don't have the young man's name, but decided height advantage there. And number one will wisely chooses not to test that. .25-5 now. From the corner, no good. That was Munson. We're back to our starting five here. Rand, Mitchell, Joseph, Munson, and Chris. Mitchell, nice interception right there. Beautiful pass to Rand. Almost too good. Almost too good. And that goes out to Prairieville there. Just beautiful, threading a needle right there. And sometimes, you make a pass that's just hard to anticipate and doesn't end up going too well. You can make too good of a pass sometimes. You don't believe me? Go back and watch Pistol Pete on YouTube there. You see some passes that nobody could anticipate. They say it took his teammates years to be able to, get used to fielding some of those passes. So it is important to throw a pass that can be caught. Chris for three, no good. Joseph goes over the back for the rebound there. And it's Prairieville ball. Well, they didn't call a foul on him there, I guess. It was out on EA. 25-5 your score. Going to try the baseline. Not enough on that one. It's Joseph with the rebound. He gets it to Rand. Rand gets it across the court to Mitchell, who drives the baseline, and we got a whistle. We got a foul. So Dwayne Mitchell will go to the line for EA. And a reminder, at halftime, we do have a little free throw competition between the two teams, sponsored by Pelican State Credit Union. That ought to be fun. Not exactly sure who will be representing both schools here. I believe Mr. Walker is going to be representing EA. And we're not sure who's going to be taking the shots for the Hurricanes. Mitchell misses the first of two. .253 remaining in the second quarter. He drains the second one. 26-5, EA leads. We do have a very nice crowd tonight. We're probably about 85% full tonight. Very nice to see. Biggest crowd of the year so far for sure. Sure we'll have another big one Tuesday night. Nice job there by Dillard Warner there, the sophomore for Prairieville. Gets it down the baseline and gets that in ahead of the defense there. Got a timeout, 2:26 remaining. Let's go ahead and take a quick look here at what we're talking about here as far as next week goes. So here's what we have on EA TV. Tomorrow we're doing that Mambo Parade around 2 p.m. That should be fun. Looking forward to that. Monday we have baseball opening day. Versus St. Michael's. That's going to be at 6 p.m. The new scoreboard has arrived. It is up, and it has electricity. So that is wonderful. And we'll be able to show you a picture of that later on in the broadcast. Tuesday, we got boys basketball versus that school across the airline around 7 p.m. Wednesday, we're going to see boys soccer. We're hoping that game's on Wednesday so we can go cover it. If it's before then, we're not going to be able to make it. Thursday, we have signing day. I know we have 3 football players signing for sure. We'll bring that to you live. And then Friday, we got baseball versus Hahnville. And then next Saturday, Valentine's Day. I made it pink there so I can remind myself that it is Valentine's Day. I'll be at Johnny Ambo Park all day as EA hosts 4 games and plays in the first and the last one against Berwick and Livonia at 10 and 5:30. We're going to bring you both of those games live on EA TV. And that'll be Mr. Ralph Delat and Skip Creel, who are going to bring you through baseball season here at the ATV. I'm going to be on some road game broadcasts, but home game, I'm running the situation there in the press box. So Ralph and Skip are going to be very entertaining on the mic for you, I promise you, for EA baseball games this year. Skip and I will be bringing you our trip to, oh my goodness, just missed the dunk there. Bringing our trip to Monroe, 3 games in 3 days. We'll talk more about that later. So a 3-pointer makes it 29-7. And Dwayne Mitchell misses the dunk opportunity there. And Prairieville will take over, down 22 with 1.5 minutes left in the first half. And that drops for the Hurricanes there, 29-9. They seem to be getting a little more comfortable offensively. Rand drives the lane. He's going to keep it, gets it blocked. He gets his own rebound off the block there. But then Prairieville ends up with it. Fast break layup, no good. And Joseph will push it up court to Rand. Rand gets it to Joseph under the basket. Nice shot there. Nice look from Gavin Rand. And it's 31-9. Little stop and pop from number 5. No good. Joseph gets the defensive rebound. And EA wasting little time getting up the court here. Chris in the pink shoes on the wing gets it into Joseph. Another shot there. There we go. We see a mismatch here inside, and they're going to feed that ball inside into the post to Curtis Joseph. 20 seconds remaining in the first half. 33-9. Ooh, little defensive breakdown there. Prairieville takes advantage. 2 there from Dylan Warner. And that ball's out to EA with 10 seconds remaining. All right, so EA should get the last shot of the first half here. Mitchell for 3. There it is at the buzzer. So the first and second quarter both end with EA shots. Excellent job there. And it's 36-11 at the half, a 25-point lead for the Spartans. All right, so we're going to take a brief commercial break, and we'll be right back with our halftime festivities.
Hi, my name is Alana Davis, and having this grant.
Introducing the Southeastern School Pride Debit Card. 1, 2, 3, come on! Carry your Lion Pride wherever you go with the Southeastern School Pride Debit Card.
So it looks like it's going to be Courtney Mancuso, the principal of Prairieville High School, versus Miss Lalonde. Let's see. I don't know. I see Coach Walker. I see Mr. Walker out there. I do not see. Let's see. Oh, maybe they're going to do a little presentation. They're going to do a different presentation after. Okay. All right. So it will be Mr. Walker, who looks very loose here. He's got his Pelican State Credit Union shirt on there. And he's going up against, Jonathan Hodo. Okay, and we know Jonathan. He was here for a little while. He was a Spartan for a brief time before moving on to help open up Prairieville High School. So this ought to be interesting. All right, so let's go down to the PA down here. All right, so I'm going to try to translate here. I know it's difficult to hear that. So we got a little free throw contest here going on between Mr. Walker and Coach Hodo here, representing the two schools. Of course, Mr. Walker won't be his first shots in this gym. All right, so we see the presentation of checks here from to both schools. We certainly appreciate the support of Pelican State Credit Union, our game day sponsor today. All right, so here we go. We're going to see. I can't hear the instructions that well either, so I'm kind of working along with you guys here. But I think we're going to do maybe a certain amount of time, like 1 minute on the clock maybe, and it's how many free throws you can make in a minute. I think, is that what we're going with here? I think that's what we're doing. All right, so we've got Hodo there. We got Coach Walker on the other end. So our AI camera here is going to struggle to figure out what to do here, as it's not used to both goals being shot at one time. So we're on Hodo here. I'll give you Walker as you watch Hodo here. Coach Walker misses. And he made that one. That was beautiful right there. Wish you could have seen that. And Coach Walker's hit a stride here. He nailed that one. That's 3 in a row. Has not touched the rim. Oh, that one missed badly there. See if he can get back into rhythm. That one rattles in. So I apologize here for our AI not really knowing what to do with this here. Coach Walker on a little bit of a roll here again. 3 in a row. Hodo has one rim out there. Walker misses. Walker makes. Hodo misses. Hodo makes. Walker misses. They both miss there. They both miss again. And that's it. And Walker makes one at the buzzer. All right, and your winner is East Ascension High School. Congratulations, Mr. Walker. And he feels like he's 17 again out there. He got into a real rhythm there. He hit about 4 in a row. Excellent work right there. All right, well, there we go. Good job, both sides there. I mean, it looked a little rusty, you know, seen better. But in the end, they both did well. They did a good job for their school. And Mr. Walker came out on top for EA. Congratulations. All right, introducing the head coaches who are here, past head coaches of EA. We've got Esram Petrie. All right, and there's Mr. Butch Little's daughter. And a friend of mine, Coach Barry Whittington. A nice neutral tan there tonight. Of course, Coach Witt is now Mr. Witt, the Dutchtown principal. And of course, once a Spartan, always a Spartan. And of course, he may be Mr. Witt now, but we remember him as Coach Witt. All right, so we certainly appreciate you joining us there for the halftime festivities. We're going to be back after these commercial messages.
finalists, you may win that car. So you're like right on the edge, and sounds like you could use it. Sounds like it would make a big difference in your life. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate your membership. Okay. One thing I wanted to tell you though, Terrence, before you leave is you are the winner.
Man, quit playing with me, man.
No, you won the car.
I truly appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you so much. Appreciate your membership.
All right, it's almost time for the second half here, folks. Let's take one more look here at the EATV schedule for next week there. We're loaded down. Mambo tomorrow at 2, and then Monday, baseball opening day. Come see the new scoreboard in right center field. It's very weird. If you've been out there to the park, you're used to being at the park. It is very weird to see that scoreboard in right center after all of these years of looking down the left field line. But hey, you don't have to look into the sun anymore, or you don't have to look into a scoreboard being blinded by the sun anymore. So it is beautiful, and we love it, and we're looking forward to what that means for us at Johnny Ambo Park. So joining us Monday night at 6 p.m. for baseball opening day, and then Tuesday, of course, those Gators come to town. All right, so Prairieville starts off with the ball here. The second half down 25, 36-11. Please also remember, we're going to post on social media as soon as we know EA and Southside. That game will be in Youngsville sometime early next week. We're hoping Wednesday night. We will see. And if it is Wednesday night, we're going to go on over there and bring you that game. Prairieville from way downtown, no good. Rebound goes to the Spartans. All right, so EA with the inbounds. Gets it to Curtis Joseph right there in front of the goal. He's going to say, hell, just put it up right here. Can't do it, though, and it goes out of bounds, Prairieville ball. Ooh, interception there. Dwayne Mitchell decides to do a layup this time. There you go. Might have been suggested by Coach Green there after the missed dunk earlier. 38-11. The lead grows to 27 here in the early moments of the third quarter. In this game, brought to you tonight by Pelican State Credit Union. Number 14 nails the three-pointer right there. And it's 38-14. Yeah, wide open look right there. Nice shot. Rand gets it off to Chris there with the pink shoes. Chris over to Mitchell on the wing. Mitchell's going to get it to the free throw line to Curtis Joseph, who's going to get it out to Chris on the wing for three. No good. Rebound to the Hurricanes. That's Quincy Walker on the board. Armstrong will bring it up. And we got whistles. Offensive foul away from the ball. EA will take it. Rand Inbounds to Chris. Chris will walk it up. Mitchell gets it stolen. And Prairieville's got it. Warner passes it across midcourt to Armstrong. Armstrong will bring it back out into the wing, passes it into the corner, down the baseline, no good. Ran, floats it ahead. Nice shot there by Mitchell, 40-14. I was wondering what Rand was doing with that ball at the start there, but excellent pass. And another turnover. EA's got it again. It's Rand. Passes it into the corner this time. No good from Munson. Rebound to Chris, and he gets fouled on the putback. You can see our guest DJ tonight there. EA grad Corey Boudreaux in the corner there. Doing a great job. Chris from the charity stripe nails the first one. 41-14. We also want to mention girls soccer, whose season ended. Excuse me. Whose season ended last night in New Orleans at Pan Am Stadium against the #1 ranked Mount Carmel Cubs, 4-0. A very valiant effort from the Lady Spartans. You know, Mount Carmel is the kind of team that could just beat the mess out of you in no time. And to play that entire game and only give up 4 goals was very impressive for the Lady Spartans. A year where they struggled on offense. It had been a challenge all year. They played some good defense down there in New Orleans last night, but the season did come to an end in the 1-32 matchup. Congratulations to Coach Chasson and Coach Van Moore and Coach Forbes there on another playoff season for the Lady Spartans, and we look forward to seeing what that young team can do next year. All right, so Dwayne Mitchell there comes off the court quickly there with a little injury there. Not really sure he fell. Not really sure if that's just a little cramp or what there. He's hurting. It might be an ankle. He is hurting, and he's going to go all the way back into the corner there and get attended to there by assistant athletic trainer Miss Katrina Quinn there. So we'll get him looked at and see how he is there. Didn't look too bad in the moment there, but gosh, I don't know. He definitely is in some pain, so hopefully that's just a lot of pain right now and not much later there. So we're nearing the halfway mark here in the third quarter. 41-14, EA firmly in control. Micah Levy coming in, the all-district safety. Other good-sized body, not incredibly tall in basketball terms, but he is he definitely is another muscular presence there in the post. So Prairieville's going to head to the free throw line here. Foul is on Munson. That's his first. Okay, while we're doing this, I'm going to work on pulling up a picture of the new Johnny Ambo Park here. I'm going to have to probably, let me see. Levy misses under the basket. Okay, 3:48 remaining here in the third quarter tonight from 612 East Worthey. Let's see here. Okay. 41-17 now. Okay. I'm close here to being able to show you guys the new scoreboard for baseball here. Okay, well, there's part of the crane. Let's see if I can get this fixed real quick here for you. There it is right there. That's the new scoreboard. We'll pull that back up in a minute here. Let's give ourselves a second here. All right, so we got a loose ball. I think we have a jump ball. I think we did call a jump ball there. Tied. Okay, while we're figuring that out. There it is. So the beams have already been cut off there, so they're not up there above it, if you're wondering. And it's all ready to go. Looks great. It does look great. So come out to Johnny Embo Ballpark on Monday night. You'll be able to see it live and in person. We want to thank everybody involved in that, including our great partner, Coca-Cola. And we'll be presenting them on Monday night, those who are a part of bringing a new scoreboard to Johnny Embo Park. And I can say this, and of course I'm biased, but Johnny Embo Park, I think, is absolutely the best high school baseball field in Louisiana. I will stand by that. I've been to quite a few of them, and I've never seen one quite like ours. So it is a true treasure. And every year we get to see people come here for tournaments, and they're just in awe of the place. And we love to put on a show. And we love our baseball here, of course. And you guys are in for a treat this year if you're going to be watching some baseball games with us with Ralph and Skip. I think those guys are going to do a fantastic job of bringing you EA baseball. And I look forward to hearing that myself from across the press boxes. Myself and Mr. Tommy Trahan run the baseball operations, including that new scoreboard throughout the season. So look forward to that. 2:57 remaining in the third quarter, 41-18. The lead has dwindled to a mere 23 now. Prairieville gets the second free throw there, 41-19. Excuse me. It's been a long day. We had a late start tonight, too. We were after 7:30 getting started tonight. All right, it'll be Bryson Williams at the line. We got our second crew back in here. Dylan Vaughn, number 20. Jonathan Stokes, 14. We got Michael Levy, number 11. And number 2, Landon Irvin on the court for EA. Williams sinks them both. Nice work. 43-19. The lead is back to 24. Number 5 will inbounds for the Hurricanes. A little quick pass back there to him. Under the goal, reverse layup, no good. Rebound goes to EA. Stokes to Williams. Williams up the baseline, and we've got a blocking foul on Prairieville. And Bryson Williams go back to the line. Of course, I remember Bryson as a two-way football player as a freshman. Played some defensive back and played some quarterback for the freshman football team. It's quite the talent. Misses both this time down. And Prairieville takes over here. 43-19. 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Nice shot there. Three-pointer for the Hurricanes, 43-22. And then a quick layup right back down for Stokes. And it's 45-22. Nice ball movement from the Hurricanes. Can't finish, though. And it's Vaughn with the rebound. He gets it to Levy. Levy to Stokes. Stokes to Irvin. Irvin will go back to Williams at the top of the key. And Williams will set the offense here. Stokes to Levy, down on the baseline to Irvin. Irvin, nice little layup right there. Under a minute to go. And the lead's back to 25. 47-22 Spartans. Nice little floater there, 47-24, and Matins is going to take a timeout. And so will we. So we'll be right back after these messages.
Finalists, you may win that car, so you're like right on the edge.
Introducing the Southeastern School Pride debit card.
2, 3, come on!
Carry your Lion Pride wherever you go with the Southeastern School Pride debit card.
All right, we're back. Final 43.7 seconds here, the third quarter. 47-24 Spartans in control. Really was great to see a lot of these Spartans back in the gym. And to be honest with you, the best part was just watching them be around each other and just the smiles, the laughter, the memories. It was great. So we set up a spot in the back gym there to capture some of those memories, and we want to thank everybody who took part in that. I think we had about at least 20 people come on up and talk about their memories of EA basketball and what it's meant to them in their lives. And just heard some really moving, really great stuff. And we look forward to editing that and bringing it to you in the next couple of weeks here. So look out for that. Sometime around Mardi Gras, we're going to get that done for you. And we really enjoyed hearing those stories, and it was really good to see those guys. And I'm looking forward to sitting down and watching all that again and putting that together for all of Spartan Nation to see there. All right, into the third quarter, 47-26, 21-point lead. We'll be back with your fourth and final quarter here from 612 East Worthey.
Hi, my name is Alana Davis, and having this grant has definitely been a blessing to me. I saw the application and just thought that this might be a great opportunity. I was completely flabbergasted. Are you sure you called the right person? I had a goal of home ownership, and I am so much closer to that goal. I've been working closely with Nakiba Johnson. She's been excellent. We've talked about my future goals, so I'm really looking forward to telling her about the things that I accomplished because of being a recipient of this grant. Become a member of Pelican. It will change your life.
All right, we're back. Quarter number 4 here as we near the 9 o'clock hour. Vaughn inbounds to Williams. Williams to Levy. Levy to Irvin along the baseline. He can't get it to go, and he's fouled, so he'll go to the free throw line for the first opportunity to score here in the fourth quarter. One of 2 there. Prairieville brings it up. Nice little shot there from number 5. That's nice work right there. A little bit of shot creation there. It's a 20-point ball game. Stokes gets it over to Williams. Williams gets it to Irvin. Irvin from the corner for 3, no good. Loose ball out to EA. Nice little floater there from Stokes. Brings EA to the half-century mark, 50-28 here as we near the 7-minute mark left in the ball game. Number 5 drives, no good that time. Levy on the defensive rebound. He gets it to Stokes. Stokes will pass it over to Vaughn. Vaughn from 18 foot. That's like the old Karl Malone spot right there. The old pick and roll with John Stockton. The old timers know what I'm talking about there. That was the exact spot there where Karl Malone would take his jumpers there in that pick and roll sometimes. He was deadly from that spot. The weird spot on the court too. You just don't see it very often. But for whatever reason, it was just perfectly aligned with him. All right, the Hurricanes are going to take it out. .22 lead for EA. Whistles abound. That's a kicked it, and that's a Prairieville ball. Once again, we want to thank our game day sponsor, Pelican State Credit Union, for their support of EA. Been serving the area since 1956. 10 years before EA was born. So back in the days of Gonzales High School, I think it was 1957. As Pelican State Credit Union turned 1 year old, the Gonzales High Bulldogs won state championship, 1957. Boys basketball. To this day, Gonzales' only state championship in basketball. Prairieville moving the ball around pretty efficiently. Not really creating a shot, though. We saw this a lot in the first half. That's a good look at 3 there, rimmed out. Defensive board, nice job there. Put back, no good. That second putback is good, though, 50-30. So Prairieville's definitely showing some life here offensively. A very rough first quarter, but since then they've been improving slowly but surely on offense throughout the game. Fast break dunk, no good there. EA ball. So we are now inside of 6 minutes remaining in the game. Anthony Scott gets called for the offensive foul there. Be Prairieville basketball. All right, we got a foul there in the backcourt. That's Tasser Pierre, one of our two seniors, along with Landon Irvin. And they're going to call him with a second foul. Second foul in a minute there. So Pierre's going to have to adjust to this game. It's quick fouls. There's been a lot of quick whistles tonight. So you just have to adjust to the officials. That's how they call the game. That's their right. So that's going to be the way it's going to be called. So if you don't adjust, they're not going to. So you're the one that's going to suffer. That's in every sport. You know, we're just getting cranked up with baseball season, and, you know, same lesson learned right there as well. Those officials, you know, those umpires are going to have their strike zone, and it's not going to change. So the best you can do is just get used to it, adjust to it, adapt and overcome, because it's going to be the strike zone all night. Hopefully. Hopefully. So good or bad, all you want is consistent, so you know how to react. And that goes in any sport. You can kind of tell early on how the officials are going to call a game, and you just adjust to it. That's coaches, players, everybody, fans as well. You know, doesn't do all that much good to yell. And, you know, really, I would say it does. It's really detrimental, because the more you yell at the referees for calling something in the same way they've been calling it all night, all you're doing is adding to the level of frustration that players feel. And, you know, not to preach here, but, you know, I really feel like it's part of the responsibility of the crowd to support the team. You know, I'm sounding a little bit like Nick Saban here, but, you know, and yelling at the officials might feel good, and you might think you're supporting the team, but all you're really doing is adding to the frustration those players may feel from the way the game is being called. It doesn't help them play any better. So, you know, you need to focus on supporting the team and not, you know, confronting the officials, because they're not going to change. So you have to just kind of rise above in that situation. Not always easy to do, but yeah, that's my 2 cents there. 52-31 as we're at the 4.5 minute mark here from 612 East Worthey. Spartans in firm control, as they have been all night. Vaughn gets his pass deflected. Prairieville ends up with it. Nice hustle there. Off balance three, no good. Did they draw the foul? No, they didn't draw a foul. We tried. Number 5 tried there. And we do have a whistle. We got a substitution coming in there. And it's EA basketball as we now cross the 4 minute mark. Pierre gets it over to Stokes. Levy on the rebound. Anthony Scott making some nice moves. The ball won't drop, though. Doggone it, that was close. Nice little fast break layup there for the Hurricanes, and the lead is down to 17. Levy gets the entry pass from Scott, and he gets fouled. So the Hurricanes making some headway here in the in the fourth quarter here against the Spartan bench. But the lead is still 17. Levy misses the first of two. Makes the second one, 53-35, 18-point lead for the Spartans as we are inside of 3.5 minutes remaining in the ball game. This special night here as we've invited back close to, 70 or 80 former basketball players and coaches here at EA. It's been a very special night. Like I said, we look forward to bringing you the video of their messages to Spartan Nation in the coming week or two. All right, 19-point lead. Timeout on the floor. So we're going to take one with them. We'll be right back here on EA TV live from 612 East Worthey.
Finalists, you may win that car, so you're like right on the edge, and sounds like you could use it. Sounds like it would make a big difference in your life. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate your membership. Okay. One thing I wanted to tell you though, Terrence, before you leave is you are the winner.
Man, quit playing with me, man.
No, you won the car.
I truly appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you so much. Appreciate your membership.
All right, we're back. 19-point lead. Coach Brownfield with you. Bringing you down here in the final 2 minutes and 56 seconds here from 612 East Worthey. It's a late one here as we're 3 minutes from 9 p.m. Spartans will bring it up court. It's Stokes. He's going to float it right in there. Nice job from Jonathan Stokes. 57-37, 20-point lead. Got a whistle on the floor, no shot. All right, Stokes brings it up. We got Vaughn now with it. Back to Stokes. Stokes into Scott, puts it on the floor, and then can't get it to fall. He has a nice looking, gets some really good looks there in the post. Just can't, there's been several of them that just rolled off the rim there. He's not far away. Nice pass there. Can't finish, though, for the Hurricanes. Number 5, who's probably been their best offensive threat tonight, with the ball at the top of the key. And he loses it. And EA ends up with it. Fast break. Turnover right back to the Hurricanes. 1:35 left in the ball game and counting. It's an open three. No good for number 25. Quick fast break back down, and it's Dylan Vaughn who drops it in for 2, and the lead goes to 22 here in the final minute and 20 seconds of the ball game. Layup no good, not close. Putback is good. 20-point game. EA is going to kind of play this out here. Don't have to do much else. Steal there. Pierre gets it stolen. Quick little layup. And the lead is 18. Number 5 lost his shoe there. We got a timeout. Or do we not? We just have a giant. We have a line, what do they call that? A line change in hockey. If you're, the Olympics started for good today. We had the opening ceremonies, I think, today. I've been so busy I haven't even noticed when, but I'm going to try to go look at a little bit of that. I always enjoy that. Winter Olympics from Italy. So if you do watch any of that Olympic hockey there, you'll see those line changes. And EA is kind of famous for that too this year. We bring on 5 new guys during that first substitution period there. Late in the first quarter usually, early second. Good defensive rebound there for the Spartans. And Dylan Vaughn will handle it from the corner. Back to Stokes at the top of the key. Over to Pierre. And Pierre tries to make a move on the dribble. Not much doing there. Vaughn back to Stokes. And EA's happy to just kind of play this thing out here. Pierre with it. 6 seconds remaining. Over to Levy. He's going to play some keep away. Levy back to Pierre. And that's your ball game, folks. Final score, EA 59, Prairieville 41. 18-point win, although the margin was bigger than that for most of the night. An impressive win by EA. 18-point win on the books, but it was a bigger win than that for most of the game. And, of course, a lot of younger guys got a lot of playing time there in the second half. So we certainly thank you for joining us tonight on EA TV. Want to remind you one more time, tomorrow, 2 p.m., live somewhere near the corner of Irma and Cornerview. We're going to bring you the Crew of Ascension Mambo Parade live right here on EA TV. And we certainly hope you join us for that. And, of course, next week, we've got all kinds of stuff going on. Baseball Monday. We've got basketball Tuesday. Maybe boys soccer Wednesday. Stay tuned for that. We got signing day on Thursday live. And then Friday and Saturday, we got more baseball from Johnny Ambo Park. So a whole bunch of stuff going on around Spartan world this time of year. So we do thank you for joining us tonight on EA TV. This is Coach Brownfield saying good night and go Spartans.